So you want to tell the peoples? Yeah, see, I make break for it every chance Mommy gives me. Yeah, yeah. And she just acts so innocent when you pick her up. All right, I'm going to let her down. Welcome, YouTube friends and family, to today's edition of the Wellness Homesteader. So today's topic, what do I think about my new chickens? Well, you all may not know, but I have never had chickens before now. So I've wanted them for a long time, for a number of years actually. And once I finally made the decision to do it, all of my fears and uncertainty about, can I do it? Is it too hard? Totally went away. So let me share first a couple reference books. These I will link below. You can get them both on Amazon. You might also try like a used books or even your public library. But this was the very first book that I purchased on the advice of my son's best friend who had chickens for many years. And it's The Beginner's Guide to Raising Chickens. And it has Coop plans in it. It talks about not only baby chicks, but also your grown flock and their needs. So my suggestion would be get a book, either this one or one like it, and really peruse it if you're uncertain about getting chickens, or whether you should or shouldn't, or is it too much work, or what setup would you need to have. This will answer quite a few of those questions. A little bit of straw in my hair. Guys, my hair is still wet, so excuse that. The second book I purchased, and this one is recent to me, is the Homesteaders Natural Chicken Keeping Handbook and Raising a Healthy Flock from Start to Finish. So this has a lot of information if your chickens have a health need or a pest bothering them, how to handle that, but it also has a lot of information about raising chicks. Now, you've probably all seen my coop and run building videos. If you haven't, I will link the chicken playlist below. I wanted to first speak about the actual coop, which was all I thought I was going to need. So this coop came from Tractor Supply. It was a kit. Was it difficult to put together? No. Was it a lot of labor? Oh, you bet. It was a long couple days putting it together. However, I could not be happier. Now, unfortunately, they no longer have it on the Tractor Supply website. But the things that I liked about it were the access to clean the coop, the access to gather eggs, and outside access to shut the door at night, shut them in the coop. And just the way that it's built. It's not this loose chicken wire, it's actual coated wire. So I feel like it's very secure because I do have some predators in the area: possum, raccoon, fox, deer, which they're not really, they're a predator to my garden, right? So I'm very pleased with that, and I'll show you a couple features of the coop that I really like, and a couple things that can be a little bit of a challenge. What I quickly realized is this coop said it would hold 16 chickens. What, like a totem pole? Chickens need more room than that, in my opinion. So that's when I purchased the run. I did purchase this from Amazon. Super simple to put together, very time consuming to attach all the chicken wire. Yeah, that was a lot of work. So what I can do during the day by putting up a little bit of fencing is I can leave both gates open and they can just run back and forth. And one of the reasons I do that is I don't have consistent time layers. I have one that lays at like 9 in the morning, 2 that lay at lunch, and one that sometimes lays like late evening. So I want them to be able to go back and forth freely. However, I do put them in their coop at night usually around 5, I will go ahead and put them in there. I'm trying to get them used to not having free run all day, because usually after 5 I'm pretty tired and I don't want to have to come out and rescue chickens from predators. And as the evening, you know, the sun starts to set, there are more predators. You want to come and say hi to the people, Fancy Ray? She's like, you shut up, Mama. Oh my goodness. So, some other things people have asked, like, what are you using for bedding? Well, in the actual coop where they go at night, the secure part of the coop, and the laying boxes, I am using aspen shavings, which is kind of, I've always called it gerbil bedding. I also use the same thing for fire starters, so I use that, and I also put in a little bit of cedar. But underneath all that, I use bedding pellets, or what some people will call horse pellets. And what these are designed to do is absorb urine. So it really decreases the odor in your coop. Hi, ladies. They're getting braver. You gonna come and see Mommy? Hello. Yeah, Jolene's not a real fan of being held either. Well, what, Fancy Ray? I can tell them apart, believe it or not, because they have different combs, but, and Fancy Ray is darker from the rear. Anyway, the horse pellets or the bedding pellets will absorb that urine. One of the dangers to your chickens, as I've learned, is high concentrations of ammonia in the coop where they go like to sleep at night or to lay, can really affect their respiratory system. So I have found that keeps the smell down tremendously. Like, I don't ever smell the coop. And I've been cleaning it about once a month, like totally cleaning it out. In between where they roost at night, if they all poop below it, I will take, like, I have a scooper, like a cat poop scooper. Boy, can I say poop enough times. I'll scoop it out, and I am composting it, guys, for use in my garden. So I've got a bird. Sometimes birds get stuck in here too. In the actual nesting boxes, because I grow lavender and mint on the property, and I have a lot dehydrated, I do put that in their laying boxes. It's supposed to help them relax. I don't know if it does or not, but I'd like to think it does. As far as feeding goes, I do have an automatic feeder. It will hold up to 25 pounds. I am not putting 25 pounds in there because I question the freshness outdoors, and with only 4 hens, it would take them a long time to go through 25 pounds. The water gets, you be nice, changed out every day. It's funny, Violet's my biggest hen, definitely my biggest hen. She has grown a ton, guys. I will have to get her and show you. And she's the most timid and the most picked on for sure. So let me see if I can, well, I'll just let her relax for a few minutes. The water I do change every day. I've seen some external water systems. I think those would be really nice, so I wouldn't have to go into the coop. But for right now, it works. Feed-wise, I have been feeding a combination of pelleted and flaked or grain food. I am feeding all organic, non-GMO. I'll link what I'm using in the description box below. Some comes from Azure, some I did purchase from Amazon. One of my big worries was, how would I get my chickens to mind me? Like, they don't mind. However, when I want them to go in the coop, I get their worms, which they absolutely love. I put it in a red Solo cup, shake it, they come running. Fancy Ray will run as fast as she can because she wants to be the first to the worms. They go right in their coop, no problem. They put themselves to bed at night, you know, in their actual coop that you can shut as soon as it gets dark. If I don't wake up, I always wake up early enough. If I don't get out early enough to open the run, they will really fuss. They will start balking. So they're used to their little routine. In the actual run and the bottom of the coop, I just put straw. So I have a few bales of straw in the little outbuilding over there, and it doesn't really take a whole lot. They love to scratch and eat the seeds out of the straw, and they're just having a ball because it's all clean this morning. So they're all in here with me now after being like, I'm not coming in there. The other thing that I have is chickens do like to take dust baths, and so they will get down on the ground and like flick their wings and try to get dirt or dust or sand through their feathers. That's how they clean themselves. So I bought a baby pool from the dollar store and filled it with sand. And yes, sometimes they poop in it. There's that word again. However, they really do enjoy it, and they like to get behind this little roost that I'm sitting on and really dig and fluff. My biggest dust bather is definitely the all black hen, which is Violet, and she's a black Australorp. If you're new to the channel and you don't know what I have 4 hens. I have Violet, who's a black Australorp. I have Marigold, who is a Rhode Island Red. And then I have 2, oh my gosh, Barred Rocks. So Fancy Ray and Jolene. Barred Rocks are a little smaller than the other 2, and they are notorious for being escape artists. I did not know that. But I will say, they have a ton of personality, they're very friendly, and they're very fearless. Yeah, come here, Violet. You want to come and say hi to the people? She likes to be talked to. She's not real crazy about being held, but let me see if I can catch one of them here. Yeah, you getting some good seeds and stuff? Yeah. Come on. Okay, it's gonna be you. It's gonna be you. Oh, you're fine. You can say hi to the people. Okay, so this is Marigold. Yes, it's Miss Marigold. She's buddies with Violet. She's very sweet. Okay. I may have to trim wings again, or wing again. I did do it by myself. It came out okay. Lost a feather on that. You just have to know how to do it. And the next time I go to trim wings, I'll definitely bring you along if you'd like to see that. Leave me a comment if you would. So let me show you a few features of the coop. I think I've covered everything. Well, here's something else, free ranging. So because my garden is so full, I am not allowing them to free range unless I'm right here. And the only way I can get them back in is with worms, and sometimes that doesn't work really well. So they need to be trained a little better to stay out of the garden. They are not fans of being sprayed with a hose, so that works. Thank you, Miss Gay. So that will keep them out as well, because I don't want them scratching up all my hard work, that's for sure. They do like attention. I do feed them grass, weeds, garden greens, some treats. And by treats, guys, I don't feed them like table food, but I will give them like strawberries or peach or a little asparagus, you know, whatever. And don't give them kale, though. They don't like kale. So let me see if I could come here and see Mommy. Come on, see me. She's like, yeah, I don't think so. You won't pick me up like a cat, and I'm not a cat. All right, stay tuned. I'll show you some more. Yeah, this is me. Yes. Are you the noisiest? Yeah, you are. You good girl. Yeah. So this is Miss Violet, Miss Timid. And Fancy Ray's like, I'm not having any of that today, Mom. So you're dreaming. That's Miss Fancy Ray. Usually when I pet her, she will close her eyes. Aw, is you a sleepy chicken? Oh, she's so sleepy. Yeah, I think she's pretending this isn't happening. There you go, girl. Okay, guys, right. They've been scratching, so normally this will be a lot flatter. This is the feeder that I'm using, and the lid unscrews. You can fill it full of feed, and the watering container. And I do have it up on bricks to keep them from kicking so much straw in. This, of course, is their little walkway into the coop. They go at night or to lay. So at the end of the coop here, I can open up, and as you see, here's their roosting sticks and how I do their bedding. The little bit of white is DE, which helps with any sort of mite that they might get. So you can actually put it on your hens or you can put it in their bedding. I prefer to put it in their bedding. The end here is a safety hook and makes it very, very easy for you to harvest your eggs or to collect your eggs. The green is mint, and if you see purple, that is lavender. So very, very simple and keeps you from having to go into the coop. And the lock, I don't know if I can do it with one hand. Let's see. Oh my word, guys, sorry. Just slides through, let go. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to leave me a comment below. What do you think about getting chickens? Is it something that you would be willing to do? Do you have any chicken questions the non-chicken expert can answer for you? You know, I can tell you from my experience what has worked, what has not worked. And let me tell you, thinking that a little fence is going to keep them in that's about this high does not work. So I will see you all again next week. I have a lot of fun things coming up. I hope you will stay tuned. Pardon the traffic. But in the meantime, let me give you a peek at the garden. Look at that, guys. Yeah, I've counted about 30 ears now that I potentially could have of corn. I've harvested my beans this morning, so and a tomato, so things are starting to come in. So I will see you all next week, and in the meantime, be healthy, be well, be blessed, take care.